We're in the middle of a talk show, my show, Late Night with Naomi Daily Podcast. Welcome. You new here?
Live from the city where every voice matters, this is the Naomi Daily Podcast Show. She's bold, stylish, and always ready to ask the questions everybody's thinking. Get ready for celebrity drama, real talk, viral stories, and unforgettable moments.
Thank you so much. It's perfect.
Here's your iced coffee latte, Naomi.
Thanks. How many seats is that going to hold for the audience?
I don't know, like 150?
Can you figure it? I would love to know. Thanks. Beautiful. You know what I mean? Something that gets fancy. I want all different celebrities on the show. We definitely have to do a different type of situation for my late night show. I want it bigger and better.
Of course! I'm so excited about this movie. It hits theaters very soon.
Tell me about your movie role.
It is a high-stakes pilot character.
How do you do your own personal stunts?
I train hard and stay focused.
How amazing is it?
It is absolutely incredible.
That man just say the war is over. Security, security. He lost his damn mind. What the hell is he talking about?
This is a very different movie for me. I kind of quite enjoyed the movie because it has a lot of suspense in it. I normally don't do that. I'm normally kind of like a reality star, so this is something new for me.
That is so great. I'm excited for you.
Show's about to start! Now, Naomi, walk out!
Welcome to the show. Let's get this show started. Tonight, we are taking things to a whole new level. Are you ready to have some fun? Are you ready to have some fun?
Welcome to Late Night. We're sitting with Alan. We have Alan here. You guys know him, honey. He's from the Amazon show Sweetheart and looking good as ever.
Thank you very much.
Oh, yes, I talked about you on the show way back in the day. It was like, I don't know, 4 months ago about your situation.
It's kind of unfortunate because no matter where you move in life, you're going to have a Karen who just don't know how to mind her business, want to be the ho-ho patrol with nobody asked for it. And I sided with Alan the whole entire time because I'm like, this man need to mind his damn business like ain't nobody asked you ho-ho patrol. I love how they try to act like they didn't know who he was too. It's like, stop the damn cap, Bobby. The whole entire neighborhood knew that he was an actor. And they tried to act like, oh, he's just this regular Joe. First of all, his name is Alan, not Joe. And then in that video that I posted from TMZ, the neighbor saw it with the Karen and she's like, oh yeah, I saw everything. It's that girl, shut the hell up. If they ain't starstruck, they are haters entirely. But you know what, Alan babes? I'm prepared for both. I'm prepared for a hater and I'm prepared for anybody who loves me, honey. I got energy for both.
That, I can respect that.
Well, first of all, I just have to say, Alan, I love the show. I saw at least, I would say, 7 episodes before I even started the show. First of all, the show was amazing. You're hot. That's the important part.
So let's just say it was a movie. Tom started the movie, and then somehow it became as an Amazon spinoff where they hired Alan, which was the best decision because I didn't tell you you're hot.
That's absolutely false. There are 2 different franchises, 2 different things entirely.
For real? Oh, shit, I didn't know that. Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry, Alan.
It's okay.
I need to jump in here and say, throughout this whole entirety, I'm going to keep calling Jack Reacher. I am completely sorry. I'm just giving y'all a heads up, but the show is called Reacher. I'm so sorry.
But I have to apologize to you, Alan, because first of all, I didn't know your resume was this damn long. I thought Reacher was like pretty much your first show.
Oh, no.
Let me just go down a few things. He played in Smallville. I saw that, but I think I might have dropped out by the time you joined because I don't remember you being on there.
Love that show.
He starred in Head Case, Midnight Bayou, CSI Miami, 90210, Hawaii Five-0, The Rebels, New Girl, Black Mirror, Blood Drive Titans, Supergirl Legends After Tomorrow, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Alexa and Kate, Mountain State Blue. Oh my God, I have to go back and look at Titan. I didn't know you were on there. Oh my God, that was my favorite show. I love that show, especially the actor that played Robin. He is so hot. No offense, you know you're my husband, but he was sexy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying I would choose him over you, but I'm kind of saying that. I also am a crazy fan over Legends of Tomorrow. One of my favorite shows when the CW was good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't remember you on there. I mean, I've seen a lot of seasons with
My husband.
but I'll go back and look, you know, later on in life when I have more time to penny pinch. But
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Okay, y'all, let me take a sip of this coffee real quick because my throat is dry, you know, because I got another round of his movies. Okay, here we go, y'all. Y'all ready? He was the movies such as The Butcher Stream, Beowulf Rex, Fired Up, Hunger Games, Teenage Ninja Turtles, The Wedding Ringer, Laser Team, I don't even know what the hell that is, Ghost of War, The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. First of all, let me look this up for a quick second, honey. Hold on, wait a minute. You were in a movie with Robin again and my baby daddy Superman. I'm already annoyed. How do you get to be in a film with all these handsome men, especially Superman? You went in the film with him again.
Yes, unfortunately.
The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Let's talk about that for a minute. I started to watch that, and baby, when I say I anticipated the day that came out, I forgot it was you, but damn, I was like, this act is fine as F. No, I still gotta watch the movie, of course, because I didn't finish it all, but when I tell you, that movie is set up different, and I love the filming in that. There, I'm speaking about the director.
Yeah.
I love how he filmed it and how it looked, the aesthetic of the whole thing, but baby, when they hired you, it was the best thing ever. Yummy.
Yum.
The director, he either has to be gay, honey, or just knows how he likes to see his men in movies. Both are compliments. You get a thumbs up from me. Give me a second. I gotta pull up my phone, honey. 1 second. I'm texting y'all. Give me 1 second. Hold on. I'm gonna be right with you.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm trying to see if my husband will give me a hall pass for you.
I just also have to say, I love Beowulf, one of my favorite animations, action live animations, whatever the hell you call it.
I did not know you were in it.
Yep, I am in it.
But we will talk about the rest of your career later in the show. We're like 5 minutes over our time, which I don't care. You're hot. I'll make the time.
Thank you for the compliments. I appreciate it.
So how about that hall pass? What are you thinking? Are you thinking, is it a yes or no? I didn't even look up if you're dating anyone or married. And
We'll discuss it.
I would say that I was joking, Alan, but I'm not, so I'm not gonna say that I'm just kidding, not really.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. I got some topics today for y'all asses. Honey, y'all ready? Because I'm ready to be so funny with it. Let's start off with my favorite one of the day. You know when a certain person snuck off a plane onto a food truck?
Yeah.
I love how they say snuck off the plane. Well, first of all, he ain't sneaking off of anything. Okay, he barely can walk down the plane steps and y'all talking about. He snuck down in all capital letters. Are you guys gravy? And then of all things, this man is already rounding a bus, but y'all put him on a damn food truck. I'm sure he had a snack or two while he was sitting there.
Yeah.
But y'all see how he's always played so tough, but it's scary as hell. I don't know about y'all, but I'm walking down that bitch in my thigh-high boots, honey, like, what's up, bitch? What's up? Who wanna touch me? But when you surround yourself around women, you have to hide in the food truck. You know, you don't have friends like Alan over here.
Yeah.
He would protect me, honey. Y'all see, he fight. What I'm saying is, you know, if I was the president of the United States of Naomi, I would have to have Alan as my man on my backup. You know where I got my thigh-high boots on, and we were throwing hands and blazing? I mean, how the hell is you part of the bottom club and every time you on the cameras, you talking all this big, heavy shit? Thank God for the diaper. But must I remind y'all, y'all saw that video where they got to run into the establishment, honey, and left all their wives behind? You saw they were women that night, honey, heels and all? Don't look at me like that. Don't be rolling your eyes at me, ho, because that's the person y'all chose, honey. That's the person y'all chose. I ain't choose them. I know better. I actually like myself. Well, you know how punks are. They waited. They were out of the clear zone, and then they touched down in London, switching planes like nothing ever happened, because, you know, of course he's a punk. How it is when you flash daddy's money around for half of a decade, never fought one day in your life, never got slapped because you had bodyguards, honey. What do? You get in a food truck? Let's check this video out. I laughed at this every time when I get like a comedy moment coming from his party, and it's so hilarious.
According to the Post, and you can see here, Trump and several of his aides were secretly shuttled minutes later onto this airport catering truck, which was elevated and positioned at a door out of the view of the cameras. Now, the Post reports that the president was on that catering truck when it pulled away from Air Force One at 8:30 p.m., secretly bringing him to a smaller plane, an Air Force C-32A, making the Air Force One that everyone thought he was on a decoy that still had the reporters who thought the president had boarded that plane, and who you see boarding right here on the right, and some White House staff aboard. The Washington Post reports, and I quote, "The maneuver meant that the president's actual location was concealed from the American public and many senior U.S. officials for hours." Air Force One then landed in the UK hours later. Now, it's still not clear, as the Post notes tonight, how the president was transported from that other secret plane back onto Air Force One after it landed. You see here the reporters.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and intervene and do a little commentary. Do y'all see how slow it is taking him to walk down the damn steps, but they use snuck on a food truck in capital letters?
Yeah.
Who the hell is sneaking him on a plane the way he's walking, and nobody even offered a man a piggyback, you know? Because he is a pig, I'm assuming. Girl, bye, that's all I gotta say about that one. Like, do y'all see if like it takes him 10 seconds to move over to the next step? I tell y'all time and time again, stop the damn cap. This is what cap was used for. This is the metaphor for cap, and not what you put on your head, but the full of shit they be spilling.
Captured the president getting off the plane that they thought he had just flown on with them to the UK, and he's seen coming down the stairs just before 11 p.m. After greeting American service members on the tarmac, Trump got on the new Air Force One jet. That's the one that was given to the president by the Qatari government, and then he flew back to Washington. Now, the plane that he's getting on here is not to be confused with the old Air Force One decoy or the military plane that he flew on secretly. But it was when the president got back on this plane to fly home to the U.S. that he was asked by reporters why they had been told to lower their window shades on that first flight, which is extremely unusual and not typically something that happens for the press that sits on the right side of the plane, which is where that airport catering truck was, now that you look back at that other video. But given what we know now, given the pictures that you can see now, it makes what the president told reporters in that gaggle afterward all the more noteworthy.
I got a question, Alan. It's just like a small question for a big guy. You know what I'm saying? Would you be giving him a piggyback if you needed?
Hell no, absolutely no. No and no.
I mean, it's crazy how this person knows that certain countries don't like him, and he flies in and out of these countries like he doesn't have a clue. And for real about this, right? I don't think they would feel so threatened if they knew it would take about an hour for him to get from one plane to another, okay?
Right.
But this is why you choose younger people and not someone that you would have to worry about stumbling or falling while you're trying to get them out of danger. Like, he's too old to be in his field.
It's laughable at this point. Like food truck, really.
Okay, let's get to the next topic. This one's more of a serious situation.
Very serious.
It's another woman that has gone missing and then found hanging from A. You know what this is happening too much?
Yeah.
I mean, it's freaking gross. You know, it's like we already know that she didn't go out here and just decide, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna tie a rope and hang it. You know what I mean? It's some racist shit.
Yeah.
Clearly, someone sending a message. You know, first it was a guy around kind of the same age, Black, who have dealt with the same fate. And now it's a woman, Black, dealing with the same fate. And it's been happening a lot, you know, since we had this certain character running things.
Yeah.
You know, it's opening up racist people's minds to doing more of this shit.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely heartbreaking to actually think that she might have been alone, kind of cornered. I don't know. I'm just thinking like, and have gone through what she went through. Let's check this out.
Morning, growing demands for answers in Mississippi after a 29-year-old mother of four was found dead, hanging from a tree.
We're going to press this as far as we can press it until she gets justice.
Tasia Fortune's body was discovered last week behind a vacant house in Jackson. The family telling ABC News the circumstances surrounding her death do not add up.
Tasia loved living life. Like, there's no way that she took her own life.
The Jackson Police Department saying, quote, an active death investigation is underway. They have not named any suspects and declined to comment on local reports that they questioned the father of one of Fortune's children about the death. Court records show Terrence Anderson, who's behind bars on an unrelated weapons charge, lives on the same street block where Fortune's body was found.
No one's tried blaming Ted or anything like that. You know, we just want answers.
Meanwhile, concern growing in the community and among local leaders given Mississippi's troubling history with lynchings and racially motivated killings. In the last year, Mississippi police have responded to 2 other tree-hanging deaths. Both were ruled suicides. Fortune's family rallying around her young children as they navigate this tragic loss.
She was a good mom, you know. She loved her kids and she loved her family.
And even though Tasia's death has sparked conversation about racially motivated murders, her mother tells our team that she does not want her daughter's name associated with that. There is an autopsy that's pending and should determine whether there was foul play involved in her death. Right now, though, police are urging anyone with information about how this young mother died to step forward. Rebecca.
Yes, as the family said, they just want answers here. Faith, thank you.
I don't like how they found those men's situations as suicide.
Yeah.
It's like the strangest racist way of committing suicide, if you ask me. I think if somebody wants to do that particular act, why would you do it in the darkest racist way as possible?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't look at this stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, this is how it was back in the day. So when we jump to conclusions, it's not our fault that we jump that way. It's because it's actually in your history books.
Yeah.
Pick up a book, look inside of it. What does it tell you? When I know more about this story, I'll keep you guys updated. It's just really like, wow, like it keeps happening. And then you get this, oh, it was just a regular suicide. No biggie. No big deal. Next what?
Yeah.
Let's go to our next topic, Luigi. I know some people think he did a bad thing. And yes, when you look at it, it absolutely is bad. But he also is kind of like the Superman of the situation, too.
Yeah.
I mean, the paparazzi and, you know, the newscasters and the judges and the police want to paint him as the Joker of this scenario. But sweetie, he's too cute to be that. I mean, damn, seeing him in prison uniform. I'm like, wait, Daddy, can I get a taste? He be looking so good. Damn, he is fine. I mean, the best looking prison mate you can find out here in the streets today. I don't care what y'all think.
Yeah.
Well, they're pinged up to get this court case ready for trial, honey. They're not trying to play with him and he ain't playing with them either. But according to what's going on, they're keeping the jury private. And the only reason they're doing this is because they know they got some girls out here that see the same thing that I see, that they'll be like, damn, he is fine. I might run up on a bitch. And they don't want that.
Yeah.
They keeping the jury under wraps. So, you know, they keep them protected from this whole situation in case, you know, shit hit the fan and, you know, us fangirls want to run up on a bitch and pop, 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 pop. Now, let's not act like this man ain't fine. Take a look at this man. This man is fine. Go ahead and play with y'all emotions if y'all want to, honey, out in and he's polite. And I know, okay, yes, he killed somebody, we get that, or allegedly killed somebody. We still mad at the snitch who told him. I mean, this man was stealing money from your grandparents and the people who need. This man got like 13 mansions, pools in his backyard, vacations most of the time out of the year. Luigi was like, no, ma'am, not on my time. You stealing my money up in our race just for you to be happy? And this man ain't even bending over backwards, the CEO, to actually take hearts out of people's chests. It's the doctors that do that should be vacation for half of the year. Bad thing is they throw these damn ties on their neck, okay, and then run around acting like they're doing shit but getting rich on somebody else's dollar and wonder why people are pissed, agitated, or mad. So let's check the story out and we'll be right back here, honey. Luigi, that's my husband. I don't give a damn what nobody say.
Hi, I'm Diane Macedo. Let's get right to breaking news. Sources tell ABC News attorneys in the United Healthcare CEO murder case are expected to discuss a potential federal plea deal. That conference is scheduled for Friday. ABC's Matt Rivers is here for more. Matt, you were there for the hearing in the state case yesterday, but this is for the federal case. So what do we know so far?
Yeah, so just to remind our viewers, Mangione is charged both at the state level and the federal level after carrying out that assassination-style killing of this United Healthcare CEO, alleged killing in December of 2024. The state case is what we were looking at yesterday. That trial was supposed to go forward on September 8th. The federal case was going to happen at some time after that. Yesterday, though, pops up on the federal docket some hearing scheduled for Friday that wasn't previously scheduled. ABC News is now reporting that both sides, the defense and the prosecution, is going to discuss a potential plea deal in the federal case on Friday. So it's a bit complicated, state and federal, but that is big news. We know that both sides have discussed a potential plea deal going back a few months ago. It was actually in June. We're not sure how close they got in the federal case to getting to an actual plea agreement, but we know this has been discussed before. Remains to be seen what comes out of this hearing on Friday, but it's certainly big news. And then the question would become, well, what happens to the state case?
Right? That one's supposed to start soon.
And that one was supposed to be starting on September 8th with jury selection. We're not sure if there is a plea deal reached on Friday, and that's a big if, what that would mean for the state case. One thing we do know is that state prosecutors have said in the past that if there were eventually a plea agreement reached in the federal case, that state prosecutors would lobby very hard the judge in the federal case to impose an even stiffer sentence, or the stiffest sentence that they could possibly allow. So there's a lot up in the air right now, but this is a major development in this case, and it really kind of throws all of this into question about where both the state and the federal case go from here.
So many moving pieces. I know you're watching them all. Matt Rivers, thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
Look at them gearing up. They such haters, knowing that everybody in that mother effing place need health care or some type of health care. Stop playing in Luigi's face.
Right.
As if you ask me, he did all y'all a favor. And listen, I understand he has a family, okay, but his family was eating off of y'all motherfucking health care, bitch, while he pulled those rates up, making y'all pay thousands of dollars a month. But when y'all want pity brought to the bank, you think about his family and know how the hell they're eating while your family is suffering, barely being able to pay the medical bills. How about that in those apples? Let's move on to the next subject, Tucker. This man, for being a hetero straight man, he always got every other man in his damn mouth first. He was running his mouth about Pete, questioning his sexuality. I mean, when does he ever keep his damn mouth shut? Or when does he ever talk about women? And that's what I want to know, Tucker. I guess you know he don't have the time to do that, being that the walnuts are tucked in between his legs, honey. The only thing he need to be talking about is that double, triple size neck that he seemed not to get under control. He want to apologize for the way that neck look and that button up. Everybody think they could be a blogger or a podcast. Y'all need to have y'all head checked. I swear to God, with this whole podcast industry, it's almost like boring became the norm.
Yeah.
You know, they want to report on everything.
Yeah.
They'll sit up there talking about Taylor and Beyonce and so forth and so on. Like, they're even on these people's level. Like, shut your ass up. You can't talk about nobody because you don't know nothing. And I know I said this about 40 times in this show episode, but I'm going to say it again. Before anybody talk about anybody else, look at yourself first. That neck is calling for a diet. Fix that first. So now let's see, what is this imbecile? Because that's what the hell he is. He's talking about or apologizing about. Till he runs his mouth some more, he going to find the right one that's going to pop him in his mouth one day.
Regrets, he has a few. Tucker Carlson apologizing to one of his longtime punching bags, Hunter Biden.
I advocated for all kinds of things that I now regret advocating for.
Particularly the things that you said about me.
It's a deep regret. No, I do actually. I mean, I regret in the sense that as someone who has dealt with addiction, not quite as in exciting ways you did, but I've been there for sure. Extend grace to people who were out of their minds. Like, you would think I would do that. I should have done that more. So I do regret that.
I wonder what his addictions were, how to put a cookie down. Say no to caviar on a cupcake. What was his addiction? I don't bottom
or keeping up with his lives on a daily basis.
I don't believe he's apologetic about anything he's apologizing for because people like that.
Yeah.
They don't understand life and they never will.
Right.
Turns out the two rivals can find common ground in having the same enemy.
The one existential threat that I think that we face as a country is Donald Trump.
We've had a lot of bad leaders, actually, or mediocre leaders. I don't know. We've had a flamboyantly corrupt leader like this. We haven't ever.
Okay, group chat is back. I won't run through them all, but I'll run through some of them. Macro dosing with PFT, armchair expert Dak Shepard. This is Gavin Newsom, the Tucker Carlson Show, America First, Candace Owens. I think you can get Hunter Biden at your bar mitzvah at this point. The man is everywhere.
Well, I wonder what the end game is. I mean, look, I don't fault him for it. He had such a horrible reputation, and he was picked on for years, rightly or wrong.
But Americans love a comeback. We love a person who comes back.
I just wonder what.
Yeah. What is the point?
No, I think there is a point. I just don't know what his is. Does he want to run for office sometime? Maybe. I don't know.
I thought it was about challenging some of these people in their own environment, right? Like he was with Nick Fuentes at one point, and I think he thinks he's injecting into a particular vein of politics, like the words and thoughts from Democrats and from Biden era politics.
You're absolutely right. And then speaking in a very unfiltered way, which people have an appetite
Which is the whole thing, yeah.
Why he's making so many rounds as well. Nick Fuentes, Candace Owens, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
You tick off the boxes. Each of these he's made news with each of these appearances because, again, he's speaking in a more unfiltered way.
Or even just being there. If you think about how much hand-wringing there was over where Kamala Harris appeared in terms of whether she'd do Joe Rogan and all this stuff, there's always this like idea that Democrats are too cautious, and he's very much being like, look at me dancing through multiple lions dens.
I think he's challenging a system in a way that Democrats traditionally have not been able to do and get away with it. I said earlier, our homework is not graded the same. I still believe that. But Hunter Biden's father is no longer in office, so he can say what the hell he wants, and it's okay. Plus, there's no one out there, I think, defending his father and his father's legacy for people continuing to beat up on his father. As a son, my late father, if that happened to me, I would be out there on the front line defending my dad.
Which he has said multiple times, right? But he's just dropping F-bombs left and right. I think he's really using the kind of language people were jokingly calling like dark woke, like the idea that it's going to be more pugilistic than before.
And this man is the first of his kind to get up on a podium and run his mouth like nobody before him, and there are no consequences behind it, but they are worried about other people and how they speak. It's freaking corny, if you ask me. Like, report on something else. Oh, that's right. You don't want to report on anything else because you're afraid to lose your job, but that's what you got a degree for, right?
Yeah.
To go back and forth on telling the truth on daytime news, but people are not doing that anymore. They're playing the fiddle. I don't got time for that. That's what the hell I'm here for. I ain't playing no fiddle with nobody. I'm gonna call your fat ass out if you did something wrong and I feel like it needs to be spoken. I'm gonna speak on it, not in one of these little roundabout waves that keep it clean. Why for who? I don't know. You, Candace, and all these other ones want to come out Joe Tucker and decide now they want to do the right thing. Nobody cares about that okay his fat ass after sitting exactly where you put him. Oh, now you care about it. Not that you thought that he is actually what people been telling you all along. That doesn't help us. That just makes us know what we already knew, that y'all are stupid as hell. The end.
Are you all right over there, Mr. Allen?
Yes, I'm cool. You're speaking facts, and it's almost mind-blowing.
Okay, I thought you were having a headache or a neck spasm.
You don't need a season 3 podcast for that to know that we know now that you're stupid. We knew you were stupid then, you're stupid now, and you'll always be stupid. If that's simple now, try to check that. Okay, I didn't tell y'all I was from Philadelphia, but this next topic is funny. He looks so familiar, but I promise y'all I don't know him. I hope not. I hope he's not a cousin. I have a lot of relatives. But supposedly this next topic, this man was on the top of the police wanted list for like suspected in a murder. He's like a murder suspect, but this dude jumps in a cop car and steals it. They're still on the hunt for him.
Oh, please, Alan, just don't do that face you just did. It looked unattractive.
Seriously? I thought I was your hall pass.
You are, just don't do that.
I thought that's what we're doing on a Monday or Tuesday. We're just jumping into cop cars and taking off like it's a Beverly Hills Cop franchise. It's like, what the hell was this man thinking? You see that stuff on PD Live or old classic episodes of cops with these bad guys jumping into the cop car and the cop is unaware, he takes off with his car. He's looking so clueless like he just took my car. Y'all gotta start prepping these cops better to be more on the lookout, because that's exactly what your job is, to be looking out for your own cop car.
Well, he took it, honey, and he's on a run.
New details tonight involving the manhunt for 19-year-old Khadafi Fleming. U.S. Marshals announcing yesterday that Fleming, who was already wanted for robbery in connection with the June murder of Penn State student Billy Schmidt in South Philly, was allegedly involved in the theft of an off-duty police officer's vehicle yesterday morning. A lot to follow here. Kelly, Fleming's brother, was arrested in connection with Schmidt's murder. So now this, what can you tell us?
So Sheba, U.S. Marshals tell me Fleming's mom and stepfather are still in jail on charges stemming from that investigation into Billy Schmidt's murder. But Marshals say they are not ruling out the possibility that somebody is also helping him and knows where he is. U.S. Marshals say multiple tips have come in on 19-year-old Khadafi Fleming since they announced their search for him Monday morning. They believe Fleming was most recently involved in the theft of an off-duty Philadelphia police officer's car early Monday morning near 70th Street and Lindbergh Boulevard. That led to a confrontation with the officer and an exchange of gunfire. Fleming was already wanted by Philadelphia police for robbery in connection to the June murder of 22-year-old Penn State student Billy Schmidt. Investigators say Fleming stole the car used in what started as a robbery that night, then got rid of it afterwards.
Khadafi Fleming is clearly a person who has a repeated history of offenses that involve stolen vehicles. This is somebody, in my opinion, that's very dangerous. Anybody who shoots at police, we consider a clear and imminent threat.
The U.S. Marshals say Khadafi Fleming is the older brother of 16-year-old Azubar Outen Fleming, one of two teenagers charged with the murder of Schmidt. Outen Fleming was taken into custody by U.S. Marshals in Colorado Springs in June. According to investigators, their mother was arrested for a violation of probation, and their stepfather, who allegedly drove Outen Fleming to Colorado Springs.
She is still in jail. His stepfather was also arrested pursuant to that murder investigation. He is still in jail. So this is somebody that clearly has help from the public, clearly has help from his friends, but we don't put it out of the realm of possibility that he fled the state as well.
In the Monday morning incident, police say the suspects used a stolen Lexus to steal the off-duty police officer's green Dodge Charger, and after the confrontation, abandoned the stolen Lexus and switched into another stolen car, a blue Lexus. Philadelphia police say as of Saturday, there have been more than 8,700 vehicles stolen in the city so far this year, but that number is down from this time last year.
We've seen an uptick in our fugitives that are involved, that have a nexus to stolen vehicles. On the contrary, I think the police department's done an excellent job of solving these crimes, and when they want somebody to be found, they know to contact our task force.
This reminds me of Grand Theft Auto, the video game. Look at the TV.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, wait, we have to get back to the show.
Okay, you're right.
This topic was giving me very much Grand Theft Auto, him hopping from car to car, because that's what the hell I'll be doing when I played that game, and I love picking with the cops. Not in real life, y'all. But if they actually think that their friend or family member is gonna snitch and he's black, they got another thing coming, honey.
Yeah.
They ain't snitching because you get stitches. You think they would have learned that by now, but it's very sad if he actually did that and committed a murder. That is very sad. That's not even the funny part right there.
That's sad.
Okay, let's move on to a lighter topic. This one is funny, real funny. So they were out bowling, this couple. It's an ex-NFL player, and they should have been bowling, but they were knocking other pins. And I'm not talking about the pan that the bowling ball knocked down. No. And I'm talking about they were knocking each other's pins, honey, and not according to the people who watch privately, but with the show. I'm just trying to figure out, when did they decide we don't want to do it at home in our private bedroom? We want to go to a bowling alley and just do it right where everybody can watch? Is that an upgrade? I don't get it. I mean, does this couple know that they have swinger parties? What was that Tom movie called? I think it was Eyes Wide Shut. Why would I think of Vanilla Sky, where they are some set of freaks, I would say. Over here doing a nasty in public, honey, at a bowling alley of all places, honey. What's wrong with people in 2026? Have they lost it? Is the peanuts not adding up in that hand?
A night out at a bowling alley ending with handcuffs instead of high scores.
Police say a former NFL player and his girlfriend are now facing charges after they were caught, allegedly, doing something in plain view. Local 10's Jeff Dedarian live in Pembroke Pines with the shocking details. Jeff?
Yeah, hey there, guys. This is a talker. Pins, passion, and police. That's what we've got going on in this one. Also, a bartender who had to break up a risky romance.
Round one, bowling alley and arcade. A fun place for kids and adults, but what police say was happening here in late July was no family matter. Stedman Bailey, a former NFL player with the St. Louis Rams, and his girlfriend arrested for allegedly having sex inside the bowling alley in plain sight. The girlfriend is Karina Manderson. It was at this bar with customers around, we're told. According to the police report, Bailey had his pants down, and so did Manderson. And she was leaning over the bar, and Bailey was behind her. Folks at the mall today saying, wow is not a strong enough word.
They should have kept it at home, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, no, that type of stuff shouldn't be done in public, I think. Wow.
I gotta interrupt for a second to say, man, she is a looker, right? I mean, the best looking girl in the bar. While hanging over it, was she not thinking maybe a little bit of makeup before she went out, or no? And no creepy vibes, right?
Yeah.
But why is that son looking at his father like, I didn't mind what I was looking at? But not over in the corner of the bowling alley where people cannot see or barely see, but they're doing it at the bar, like hanging over the bar while the bar and just making drinks. Yeah. So let me stop you there, sir, NFL ex-player. So you literally over the bar clapping cheeks while people are walking up and getting a whiskey on the rocks. Just over there clapping cheeks while a girl is getting a margarita.
We went to Bailey's house to get his side of the story. Gated, no access. At Manderson's house, here's what happened.
Hey, Karina. Hi. I'm Jeff, the Darian from Channel 10. Can we talk to you about what happened at the bowling alley?
The police report says the bartender at the bowling alley noticed what was happening and asked immediately that they stop, and they did. And then cops say they each pulled up their pants and left the area.
Pop, 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 like sound like an automatic weapon.
Not the first time Bailey's made TV headlines. In 2015, in Miami Gardens, he was in a car with some other people when another car rolled up, opened fire. Bailey was in critical condition at the time and needed surgery.
All right, both of these suspects are charged with sexual exposure. One thing we tried to find out during our fact gathering today, did they actually bowl? We don't know. We're live in Pembroke Pines. Jeff Dadarian, Local 10 News.
That would exactly be the question of a white news reporter. Did they actually bowl? I think that's beside the point where it confused me if I thought the black guy was saying the way they were getting it on sounded like.
I thought the guy meant that, how they were getting it on at the bar. It sounded like gunshots. I would be like, okay, that's quite interesting. I've never heard that before.
Okay, my viewers just hit me out. You're sitting here, you're talking to your best friend, and your best friend just randomly says, oh yeah, I was clapping her cheeks and it sounded like gunshots.
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound crazy? Don't you guys just love how the news reporters have that kind of subtle shade, but they call it like comedic effort? It wasn't epic and it wasn't a comedian joke either. I don't think they cared about the bowling, sir. Do you notice that they went out bowling? This is his girlfriend, but they don't even live together. Dumb cheeks must not be that good. But Alan, your cheeks look good. You want to show me those? This is another funny one. So a guy gets upset because an Amazon employee takes a package and tosses it past his car, literally leaving a small scratch on his window. Hilarious. Oh, don't get me wrong. These Amazon people be acting up, honey.
Yeah.
It's almost like they said, we got to do the hard jobs while the AI do my job. And so they just be throwing our packages around.
Yeah.
Y'all got to talk to the CEO about that. We just want our bed sheets okay and our condiments. That's awesome. We don't need our shit being thrown around in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Now, y'all say that I'm mean, go ahead. But what caught me off guard in this video is the person that is complaining about the package. The person that is complaining about the scratch in his car, he is a big back. Do you hear me? Big back, not a small back, but bro is a big back. Okay. He's like, I just got a new truck and he scratches my truck, sir. You could have also ordered Ozempic. It could have been a 2-package deal. Now, don't get me wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with being a big back. But when you're a Karen powered by big back, that is a problem. You know what I'm saying?
A York County man says an Amazon driver scratched his new truck and it was all caught on camera. And nothing was done about it until Fox 43 Finds Out stepped in. Jeremy Spangler's Blink camera catches the moment an Amazon driver tossed his package, hitting his truck outside his home in Mount Wolf.
What was this person thinking? These are packages. It could have been anything breakable such as glass in this package, and you just hover it over my pickup truck.
Spangler says the package was a bug shield that he was returning.
You'll see 2 little white lines going down.
When he got outside to look, he found some scratches on his truck, which he has only owned for 2 weeks. He did file a police report just in case.
She thinks the song Big Back, Big Back, Big Back, Big Back have no self-control. I don't know what's going on. It's the little baby scratch. Why are you hollering and screaming like that? Big back, big back. No, but for real, on a real note, I don't know. I thought this topic before I started filming the show, and I was like, it's something about how he's saying it.
Yeah.
It's like we need to know that the car was absolutely new to make yourself feel better.
Great, awesome.
The idea was the package being tossed over your car with that little bitty scratch you could have licked off your car.
Luckily, it's not much damage. It's more of the point of you just don't disrespect people's property.
Spangler says the driver just left and never said anything. So he reached out to Amazon with the proof, and he's been getting the runaround ever since.
And now I have to deal with this, and now I have to deal with Amazon. and it's always back and forth of directing me to different numbers. Shouldn't have to do all that.
Fox 43 Finds Out also reached out to Amazon. We sent them the video and asked if they would remedy the situation. They sent us a statement that reads in part, "This incident does not reflect the high standards we have for our delivery service providers and their drivers. We're currently working to investigate and address this matter."
I like to get an apology from Amazon or even from the worker that did this. Any kind of apology, stating, hey, I'm sorry, I screwed up, I damaged your vehicle, it won't happen again. But some kind of apology would have been nice.
I don't know, sir. Maybe it's because it's a fairy dust scratch. I mean, like I said, you could have licked it off like you licked that ice cream cone that got you to where you are today, a big back. But it's shit like that I'll be talking about. Like, what are you gonna get, 5 cents for that little fucking scratch on your window?
Yeah.
It's like ridiculous at this point. It'd be that type that make you go wide. I don't understand why. I know y'all gonna eat me up or y'all gonna love it and laugh with me, but listen, he was talking like he had Alan's body, bro. Sit your ass down. He was not Jack Reacher, F down. You got a pickup truck, I'm sure, to make yourself look whatever the hell you're missing inside until you get out of the car. Once you get out of the car, it's a wrap for you. Sorry, boo. You know it's true. So our next topic is quite funny too, because he's still talking about this reflecting pool, okay, and trying to get us to understand it was vandalism. And he's a skinny 45 years old model on Tyra Banks' top model cycle 59. But people need to understand one thing: how delusion works. It doesn't stop at certain topics in life.
Yeah.
Of course he believes someone went in like the Little Mermaid from Disney.
Right.
Listen, if he can blame the leprechaun for being the person in the Epstein files instead of him, he would do that too. What would be surprised? That's a leprechaun. 5 franchise movies were actually him. Would you be surprised? Because that's exactly how I see him when he opens up his mouth, that little ugly short leprechaun from Leprechaun in the Hood. Oh, y'all thought I was talking about a regular one? No, the black version of the leprechaun. But it keeps going on and on and on because he doesn't want to face the truth that what he sold to us on a bigger scale failed flat on his ass, which y'all know he wouldn't tumbling a couple of times on his ass personally. Would it be surprising if he actually looked at Americans through that little lens and say, you know what, it's my bad. I don't even think you guys heard him ever. I meant to a mistake. You haven't heard it. Even though we all can see that body is losing and the fight is kicking his ass miserably okay, because he looks just how we feel about him. Misery likes company.
And there was, quote, some contractor error done by rushing that reflecting pool job. And we've got investigative reporter Olivia Rubin, who has been all over this from the very beginning. Olivia, it is good to see you. So what else is the president saying?
Great to see you, Gio. Well, this is a concession from President Trump acknowledging that there were some issues with the contractor who did this so-called repainting of the pool. But critically, Gio, President Trump is downplaying how significant it was. He said the contractor error was essentially inconsequential. And in that very same social media post, he doubled down on allegations that former Olympian David Hearn was a vandal at the pool, even though, as we have covered and discussed, Gio, his own U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro has said the opposite in court filings. She said that the damage to the pool was the result of a botched installation, not from vandalism. However, President Trump was furious about that decision, publicly essentially said he didn't know what he was going to do with Jeanine Pirro, but again, not backing off of those vandal claims. And today, Gio, David Hearn's attorney saying that they are exploring all options for what they are going to do on what they describe as continued harassment, Gio.
So, Olivia, you're right there at our ABC News Bureau there in D.C. It's not too far from the reflecting pool. Is that algae still growing? Like, is that problem still a thing?
You know, I'd love to walk over and check for you, but it's actually a difficult question to answer right now because as of Friday, Gio, they were still working on the pool. The National Park Service said that they were partially refilling it, so it's not totally full right now because they were going to fix, and this is a twist, they're fixing an issue with the pipes there. And as part of that, they said that there could be some discoloration in the pool that comes with the flushing out of the pipe. So it's another twist. It's not fully full. It's not fully repaired yet. So hard to say definitively what's in there because right now we just don't know.
Okay, we just don't know. So remind us how much this renovation was supposed to cost. I mean, what's the latest there? How much more money has gone into it since?
Well, according to an ABC review, the cost of these renovations are now at over $16 million. And yes, that is using taxpayer money. And one of the contractors who did the bulk of that work, the repainting work, has been paid, Gio, nearly $15 million. And that is $4 million in excess of what the initial estimate for that contractor was going to be. So certainly larger than one of the initial estimates there.
All right, extremely costly. Olivia Rubin, thank you so much.
Says, when do we figure ourselves that when a man can't leave well enough alone or he keeps continuously talking about the past, that's because dementia is now past his door. Dementia has looked at man in the face and said, you know what, sir? I ain't going no damn way. And when I gotta leave, you're leaving too. Tootsie got a new roommate, and it's the kind that you just can't fight. Ain't never fought nobody there in his life, so it'll be easy for him. Just like going to the bathroom in the Pampers. Simple, easy, done. See, y'all don't gotta like me at all, but he needs to be loved. That's the issue. Y'all don't see that shit. If he's not loved, he stomps, he rolls around. Y'all seen Madagascar, the Pixar movie. This is 2026, honey. If a bitch don't like me, I'm gonna say, what fruit would you like on the table, Alan? And then I give him the cheesecake and I feed it to him just like this. Here you go, babe.
People who like him so much, I just got one thing to say. Y'all giggle and laugh and say 2028. I'm giggling and I'm laughing and I'm a fake bitch. Who wanna put money on it? Anybody, or let me know. My number is 1-800. I'ma take your money, stupid hoe. I'm throwing down my stacks. I wanna see y'all throw down y'all.
Before the last topic of the night is over, we're gonna go to commercial right after this. But first, y'all are gonna see my movie trail, third trailer from Naomi, who for the last week before Judge Naomi. But we gotta get this last topic out of the way. This last one is about an OnlyFans model. This OnlyFans shit has been getting crazy. They supposedly make all this money, but I mean, I talked about a few OnlyFans models on this late night, and all of them seem to be like super aggressive. What's with that? Like, y'all are supposed to be selling ass, but selling psycho bitch now? Oh, I get it. OnlyFans is making you do it. It's like The Grudge. You know, she's like OnlyFans, but lives inside the internet, and once you sign up, they become these porn star nutcases.
Right.
You know, I was talking about Drake, the OnlyFans model, joking, his girlfriend supposedly. Remember, it was the Epstein Chronicles edition. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, that's not a thing, my bad. And now this woman who murdered her boyfriend in cold blood. So yeah, honey, she had an OnlyFans career, and I guess she was auditioning for Dexter 2.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's like that shit crazy.
To an update in a years-long legal saga, a popular OnlyFans model accused of killing her boyfriend back in 2022, now pleading guilty to manslaughter and breaking down as she faced his mother in court. Here's NBC's Aaron Gilchrist.
Tonight, the OnlyFans model and social media star known as Courtney Taylor is now a convicted killer.
The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
The 30-year-old, whose real name is Courtney Clenny, pleading guilty today to a reduced charge of manslaughter for the 2022 death of her boyfriend.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty, or you believe it's in your best interest?
A Miami-Dade judge sentencing Clenny to 6 years in prison instead of the 30 years she could have faced with the original second-degree murder charge. With time served, Clenny is looking at 2 more years in jail plus probation.
Ms. Clenny, I find the plea has been entered into knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently.
Clenny rose to fame on OnlyFans and has more than 1 million social media followers. Her boyfriend, Christian Toby Obumseli, was found dead at the couple's luxury condo in Miami in April of 2022. The state's attorney said Clenny stabbed him to death after a tumultuous relationship with a history of arguments and fights. Prosecutors sharing elevator video from 2 months before the killing showing Clenny repeatedly hitting Obumseli during an argument. Clenny was arrested months later in Hawaii, where her lawyer said she was in rehab for substance abuse and PTSD. The defense lawyer arguing Clenny stabbed Obumseli in self-defense, pointing to this police body cam video from just days before the stabbing. You can see Clenny telling police she wanted a restraining order against her boyfriend.
I'm scared of him.
Her boyfriend comes charging towards her, and we actually try to get in the middle of it.
Clenny's lawyer today said again that his client was defending herself.
Courtney Clenny was the victim of domestic violence in this case. And the actions she took that night, we stand by them. That she did it to protect her own life.
Clenny appeared calm as she accepted the plea, but turned emotional during the victim impact statement from Obumseli's mother.
The conversations we will never have. The person he would have continued to become, those losses continue much longer after today's court case ends.
Aaron Gilchrist joins us now. So, Aaron, how does the victim's family feel about this plea deal? Do we know?
Well, Tom, as you might imagine, this is very difficult for Christian's family. We heard from his mother there in the piece, and she went on to talk about the fact that it was very difficult for a mother to have to stand over her child's grave. She talked about the holidays and birthdays that will not be celebrated because her son's life was taken. At the same time, we do know from the state prosecutor, the state's attorney's office there in the Miami-Dade area, that the family was consulted before this plea deal was executed, and that the family did agree to this plea deal, but obviously, as you would expect, still a difficult time for them to be able to start trying to close this chapter in their lives. We also heard more from the family of Courtney Clenny as well, her father speaking outside the courtroom, saying that he still believes that there was no wrongdoing on the part of his daughter, and we know, Tom, that she will likely be out of prison within the next 2 years. Tom?
Yeah, dark story. Aaron, we thank
Well, first of all, I have to say, I didn't think those two people were the same people, and the woman in the photos and the woman we see coughed in the orange suit. Damn, prison put some miles on you, honey, but here we go again. It's with another white person doing 3 years for stabbing someone to death, but Camelo stabbed him maybe once or twice and got 30 years. Make it make sense. Both of them stabbed someone, but yet she's doing less the time, honey, and it's gonna be out so she can continue doing it, OnlyFans, living her life like nothing even happened at all.
Yeah.
No, I don't know the whole entire story, but I'm assuming if he was that bad, why would you continue to be with him? And most abuse victims don't hit their partners back there too afraid. So what's going on here? I mean, it's so crazy, like how you hear the stuff in court, like she's, oh yeah, baby, don't stop, baby.
Yeah.
Don't stop, baby, don't stop. And then the next minute, oh my God, I fear for my life. Your hoes gotta make up your mind. What story you're going with? All right, we're done with the topics. We're gonna check out my video of the week, which I already specified, was my action-packed superhero movie, Naomi. Who? Let's check it out right now.
Oops, sorry, my butt's too big. It hit the button. Oh, that's not an alarm. That's the movie trailer of the week. Me, my shake, and my business.
You looked lonely over here by yourself at this table.
You think I look lonely? That is funny. I'm not lonely, but thank you. Can I help you with something, or are you lost? Thank you.
Oh, so you like mozzarella sticks?
Back to minding my business. Are you gonna pay me now? Do I know you?
Not yet, but I'm going to be training you.
Training me? That's funny. I have powers you do not. So what would I need you training me for?
To be better, obviously.
You think you're the man for the job? That's hilarious.
I absolutely think I'm the man for the job. I've never botched a mission in my life. I'm the top general.
I don't know who sent you, but you do not want to mess with me. You hear me?
The captain sent me here to train you, so relax, Fireball. Finish up your shake, let's go. We got some training to do.
I'm not even done drinking my shake yet.
Come on, we got work to do.
Did you just toss my shake?
Naomi, he's here to train you, so be professional or you'll never be an agent again.
I'm sorry, Captain.
After what happened 5 years ago, I was going to throw you out of this academy. If it wasn't for the doctor believing in you, you would have been gone. You have a lot of proving to do on your hands. If you don't prove yourself with this agent over here, you'll be gone.
Yes.
Do you understand me, Naomi?
Yes, Captain.
Good. I got other things to do. Finish up here and get to your training.
I got what I wanted. The mission is in effect. Get the prototype started. You're really beautiful.
I know. Is this where we're going to be training?
Okay, guys, that is my movie, Naomi. Woo! Go check it out. It is amazing. Let's go to commercial. We'll be right back.
Hey, I'm Alan, and you're watching Late Night with Naomi, the daily podcast. Man, I had a blast. She's really funny. You guys saw it. If you like what you saw, subscribe, like, hit the notification. This is the place you want to be peaceful.
Are you guys ready for season 3? Well, this fall in September, it'll be season 3. I don't think you guys are ready because I'm about to bring, well, I already brought it. I'm not begging you to come, but honey, I'll bring the popcorn. Not gonna be there?
Are you seeing someone on the side?
Are you seeing someone on the side?
No, I told her this 50 times.
I don't think you're ready for me.
She doesn't want to marry me because I'm 10 years younger than her.
Do you blame me? My family would be so ashamed.
I don't care what they think. I love you.
Well, love is love, right?
Look at these high heels, they on fire.
That's my girlfriend. She is my girlfriend.
Don't you think this is a bit weird, guys?
No!
You want to be with me or that damn blow-up doll?
I choose a blow-up doll.
I don't give a damn if I lose my job.
Are you serious?
Forget I work for myself.
It's gonna get crazy here on the Naomi Show. ¡Tú me engañaste! ¡Tú me engañaste!
Eso no es verdad. Eso no es verdad.
I don't understand a thing.
So am I the father or not?
Nope, you're not the father. It happens only here. Be there or be square. I don't think you're ready.
Hey guys, this is Jay from the Morning News, and I'm here to tell you what we bring with the news. So first of all, we bring the news.
Florida Highway Patrol officers pulled over a sleeping driver who had set his Tesla to autopilot while lying flat on a mattress in the back seat. Doctors successfully treated an elderly woman's severe stomach pain by having her drink 1.5 liters of Diet Coke to dissolve a massive internal blockage.
Drink this, it should help dissolve the blockage.
And the K-pop group BTS announced today they will not submit their music for consideration at next year's Grammy Awards.
We are announcing today that we will not be submitting our music for consideration at the upcoming Grammy Awards. This decision was not made lightly.
A jury in Australia officially convicted British social media entertainer and musician Young Philly on assault charges.
It's not the adoring scrum of rap fans he's used to. Young Philly swamped, this time by news cameras. How do you feel that you're not going to jail today? Are you sorry for assaulting her?
From the news, we go to the weather with the Weather Girl to get the latest weather reports for you guys.
Recent destructive, deadly winter storms have knocked out power to 500,000 residents and devastated local infrastructure. In United Kingdom, highs are climbing significantly above average, prompting localized heat precautions. French officials declared the situation the most severe since World War II, with intense fire clouds developing.
Cette situation est la plus grave que nous ayons connue depuis la Seconde Guerre mondiale, avec des nuages de feu intenses qui se développent.
Then from the weather, we go to the latest sports all around the world.
Commonwealth Games, India secured multiple medals on day 7, including a historic men's 10,000 meters and weightlifting.
Roberto Mancini returned as the head coach of the Italy national team following their struggles to qualify for recent major men's world stages.
The Azzurri must return to the world stage. This is not just a job, it is a mission.
All the news will be on a weekly basis every Wednesday, and that will be all the news from all around the world every Wednesday.
This was the news. We all see you next week with more news.
So if you like the news how I bring it, come and check it out. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay up to date and get the latest news.
The judge is here and the show's about to start. I don't think y'all can handle me. I'm too cute for TV.
He keeps breaking all the uniforms.
It's not my fault I have gorgeous muscles.
You do indeed. You have $30,000 and you say it's not your fault. What part of that did you not think was your fault?
None of it, Your Honor.
Are you out of your damn mind? Judge, this is what I'm talking about. So plaintiff, your sister is bringing you to court for taking her money and stealing her man, and you don't see nothing wrong?
Nah, my sister didn't go to the Chris Brown concert with me, so that's why I did it.
Seriously? Plaintiff, why would you believe that you can live on somebody's house for a whole year and not pay your rent?
Because she's family.
What does that even mean? You gotta pay up or get out. You let my dog out of your property, and that's why he got hit.
It's not my fault that you're old and don't know what the hell you're doing. Your dog is old too.
You guys are suing each other because you're twins and you don't want to be twins? My head's hurting. You can't be serious. You brought this to my court?
Yes, we just don't want to be twins.
I didn't lose any weight with these pills. He didn't lose weight because he's fat. He keeps eating.
I guess you have a point.
She's been bullying me. No, I haven't. She's just a booger. What the hell is that? You know, a loser.
Look at this dress. It is completely ruined. It does look damaged. It is her fault. Don't they smoke a lot in Paris? I did not give it to her that way. Now don't come to my show expecting you gonna get this quality out the door, honey. You gotta earn this quality, honey. But the show will be good and it'll get there. Don't you worry about that.
But I'm gonna deliver the fast.
And possibly the ass too. Your Honor, she wouldn't let me ride. She said I'm too big, like 300 pounds. It is not fair.
Your Honor, I'm bringing my best friend to court for stealing my gorgeous Latin hunk. He didn't want you.
What you say? Cut it out now.
This is just for your awareness, guys.
Your Honor, I let her borrow my wig, and this bitch ruined it.
Do you see the lace? It's ruined, Your Honor. I didn't do that.
You're wrong. I didn't do that to that girl's wig. She up in here lying.
I'm lying? Are you crazy? Y'all girls need to stop this now. This is not Jerry Springer. Well, my show is every Friday, honey, so come and play and watch me rule it all, honey. Who will take home the money?
Come see what favor I rule. Yeah, it's entertaining.
But you cannot leave me here alone. Cut! Great job, Mimi!
Oh, mine! Oh, what a beautiful day to show my love in every way. To be a wife you will find. What a beautiful day like this to fill the home with tender bliss. I love my husband dear. A beautiful day to show my love, to be the perfect wife for you. Beautiful day to say I love you more and more each day, to be a perfect wife for you. Oh, love is such a wondrous thing. To my dear husband I will cling, to love and to cherish each day, to be a good wife come what may.
I think you're gonna have to pay for that.
Thank you for giving me a ride home. I don't think I could have put this all on my bike.
You think?
Well, I felt bad, so I had to buy the whole entire store pretty much.
Look, cousin, I know you don't want to hear this, but the guy doesn't have a clue to save his ass. He's not that bright. You say all he loves is soccer and his parents. Why are you still making this work? You should just break this off now, before it becomes exhausting. I mean, look at you. You're sitting here in this bar pouting. You know I hate when you pout. It's just one of those guys that will never get it.
Okay, cousin, I'll see you later.
Get out of the street, cousin!
You.
And you.
What are you staring at?
I can ask you the same thing.
I asked you first. Oh, your dad let you out of the house? Oh, that's great. You're not in timeout. Timeout. Good for you, Pete.
First of all, I'm a grown man. I'm over the age of 20, so don't be sarcastic, and I keep telling you I'm not afraid of him.
Sure.
I don't know if this is like some type of prank. Every time I see you, you're always talking about me being terrified of my own father. It's not funny.
Oh dear, that must be him now. Honey, I'm sorry, I thought you were my husband. This is the Vanatten residence. Am I speaking with, I'm so sorry, but my husband is not home right now, he's at work. He'll be home later after 5, you can call then. Okay? Thank you, have a great day. That was strange. You're late again. Why are you late tonight?
Oh, I got caught up at work.
You mean you got caught up with your father?
Don't start. I'm just trying to have a great meal tonight.
You know, honey, you have to start making me a priority in your life. I feel like I'm the last person you take serious in this relationship.
Listen, that's violent.
First thing you think about when you wake up is your parents or your job or soccer. That's not fair to me. When I wake up, I think about you. I make your lunch, I make sure you're leaving the house with your brains attached.
Why do you always do this? Why do you always try to make me feel like I'm the villain? Because I love my parents?
You are the villain! Because you don't treat me the same.
That's not true. I'm not gonna argue with you all the time about this. We're already married, you should just go ahead and accept it.
I will never accept it!
What's wrong, son? Was it another fight between you and her?
Yes. She doesn't understand that you guys are older and that I need to take care of you, regardless if she likes it or not.
I'm so proud of you, son. You remind me of my own father. I'm very proud of you, son. But I don't think she's the woman for you.
In fact, you tell me that all the time.
Son, you have to fix the sink! Look at it, looks like a sprinkler went off in here.
I wonder lost too.
We're back sitting with Alan, and we're going to be chatting it up for a bit now. I'm going to say a few things first, because I don't want to touch on any sensitive issues, being that you two settled it out of court. But we know that it was just crazy what transpired. So a couple of months ago, you got into an issue with your neighbor, where your neighbor did not like the simple fact that you were riding up and down the neighborhood on your motorcycle. And so he kind of jumped in front of you, causing you to kind of fall off the bike and injure yourself.
Yeah.
So he says his reason of doing that was because you were violating the neighborhood by riding your bike back and forth, doing like allegedly 80 miles an hour back and forth.
Wow.
You were riding with both of your kids at that. So allegedly you didn't like how he jumped in front of you, harming you and your kids on something that could have been dangerous for his actions. So you got off and pretty much roughed him up a bit. So pretty much, God, if you haven't seen the video, he pretty much did some Jack Reacher shit and put the man in a headlock. And was like, let me go, you're a bad man. And his neighbor was drunk, by the way. And so then the neighbor pretty much called the cops,
Yeah.
as Karens do,
Yeah.
and pretty much became the victim all of a sudden, But you know how Alan is set up? You know he's just like his character, Jack Reacher, but he wasn't having none of that shit.
Yeah.
He had that shit right on his cell phone, honey.
Yeah.
Honey.
Yeah.
So nobody was playing in his face or nobody else's face. Of course, you had another woman in the background that says she saw everything and said that Alan was the aggressor, never mentioned the part that the man jumped in front of him that we saw on video.
Yeah.
They walked over to Alan's house and pretty much questioned him and then said it was pretty much a civil matter between the two of them and they pretty much settled it out of court. So I think my biggest question right now is, did you guys settle that out of court and are you best besties now? Does he come over or do you grill me and y'all laugh about this?
Well, to answer your first question, absolutely not. We're not ever going to be friends. Civil, sure, but absolutely not.
I think it was a lesson learned out of this situation. We both walked away.
Yeah.
Pretty messed up behind the situation, but I'm gonna stand on my ground and say I was protecting what was mine.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to my family, I become Jack Reacher or whoever I need to be, whatever character I need to be, to let a person know back off. It was just stupid jumping in front of me while I'm riding on a motorcycle.
The guy apologized. Also, I'll let my guys be bygone for a move on from this. I'm still gonna ride my motorcycle, probably not in the area, but
Be careful, babe. I don't want you getting hurt on a motorcycle.
I've been working a lot on, Jack, Reacher, and some other projects that I haven't really been home and I haven't really seen him. So, I'm pretty sure he knew who I was.
Yeah.
I tried to handle it as best as I could and I handled it pretty well. I definitely lost my cool.
It makes sense, babe. Absolutely it does. So do you enjoy making action films? Because you're in a lot of them.
Oh, absolutely. I love action movies.
Yeah.
I think I would choose that over anything. I love it.
So do you do most of your own stunts or do you have a stunt double?
Well, I try to do most of my stunts, but I'm not going to risk my life, crack my neck wide open, But yeah, I try to do.
Was it cool working beside Tom Welling in Smallville?
Oh, absolutely. He was a cool guy. The show was awesome. And I love playing superheroes. It's something really cool about that.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but you're always in movies with very handsome men. Do you notice that or is that just me?
Well, I thought I was handsome to you, but sure. I don't know. It just happens that way. Hollywood.
I don't remember you in Teen Titans. It's not called Teen Titans. It's called Titan. It was the live action. Did you enjoy playing in that?
Oh, wow. That was an amazing show to work on. I like that a lot.
Okay, wait a minute. I remember you. You were the character that lost his shit after his girlfriend got hurt, right?
Exactly. Yep, that's me. I'd completely lost my shit.
What? Alan, that's not new. You do that on a daily basis, even when you're home.
That's absolutely not fair. It was not even my fault, but I get it's a joke. It's funny. You're funny.
My next question is, you've been working in Jack Reacher for almost 4 seasons now. Are you enjoying playing this character?
I absolutely love this character. The character is amazing. The character and me are quite similar.
Yeah, I think my next question is, have you always been this fit or did you have to do it for most of your movie roles and TV show roles?
I've always kind of been in really good shape. I just like, having muscles.
I love seeing muscles, especially your muscles, Alan, and you really do work out in the gym.
Yep, I do, and thank you for the compliment.
So was it difficult or was it easy or conditioning for Jack Reacher, being that you have the body and obviously the talent?
Actually, it was quite difficult. It was a difficult process, and I got turned down at first.
Yeah.
The funny thing is the director was looking for somebody that actually fit the actual looks of the character in the book, and he didn't feel I was the look that the book was giving at the time.
Well, that would have been a mistake.
Yeah.
I had to kind of do a 6 through 8 month audition process. It was crazy. It wasn't as simple as people think it was.
Oh.
They kind of liked how I tested on screen. They kind of liked what I was doing with the character and made that decision that they wanted to put their trust in me for the role.
Excellent choice. I heard you were picked up for a 4th season. Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that, and as well to you and your great show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Well, we have to end the interview because we're way over our timing. I have to get my music video in, but I want to thank you so much, Alan, for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
I apologize to you guys for being over our time. I hope you don't mind, but this music video is definitely more of a movie experience than a music video, so I hope you enjoy this. You're going to get a lot of this for the rest of the summer and into the fall before my new album drops this fall, so I hope you guys enjoy these videos. I worked hard on them. Let's check this out.
I think I'm falling for you. I think I'm falling for you. Don't know if I'm
Oh, excuse me.
falling,
A new arrival to space. Welcome. Let's check your space passport right now. Come with me.
I guess it's you that I was looking for. Is it just gonna be us two? 'Cause all I need is you, baby boo. I don't know how, I don't know why I'm feeling this way inside. I don't know when it started, but God, you're making me wanna holler. Just looking at you, you're doing it for me, boo. The way you smile, and me the way you call my name, Mindy. You'll never wear the
Hello.
for me.
Would you like a drink?
Sure. I don't know, we're open, but I'm not turned all the way to 10. Ooh, ah, ooh. I got my back arched like that. Now come and have it just I think I'm falling for you. I think I'm falling for you. Don't know if I'm falling, calling. But I think I'm falling for you. Oh God, it's cell phone. Ooh, who knows who is who? I guess it's you that I was looking for, boo.
No humans allowed.
Stop! Like this. It's beating quick. Ooh, right on a stitch. Ooh, can you hear, baby? It's a
Guard! Can you hear me?
Boom, 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 boom. My heart is just beating for you. I don't know what to do.
You shouldn't have done that.
I get crazy when I see you. Please don't smile at me. I get dizzy. About to hit the floor. I'm trying to contain my composure. My body feels like it's gonna explode.
They're coming. I escaped.
Protect you. Come with me.
I got a man, I don't think those will be the same. Ooh,
what are we gonna do, Arthur?
To stop this feeling, this love inside. Ooh, what if I do? I feel like I'll die. You got my heart part 9, but I don't think this is our time. Cause I can't last night. I gotta go, baby,
I need to hide out.
There's a time.
We'll be safe here. We're gonna be all right.
But what if we're not going to be?
I guess it's you that I was looking for, boo.
Look! That is my picture up there!
Don't worry about it. Come on.
week, we have Mike, the actor that plays Luke Cage. He's going to be here next week, Saturday. So be here because it's going to be fine, honey. See you guys next week. And don't forget to check out my talk show on Monday and What's Up Mamas on Wednesday. I'll see you back here on Saturday. Bye, guys.
Disclaimer. The characters, celebrities, public figures, and other individuals portrayed or referenced in Late Night Show with Naomi are fictionalized representations created solely for entertainment purposes. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or deceased, is either coincidental, used in a clearly fictional, satirical, or parody context. No real person was harmed, endangered, or involved in the creation of this production. The events, conversations, scenarios, and portrayals presented are intended strictly for entertainment, creative storytelling, and audience enjoyment. This program is not intended to defame, misrepresent, harass, or harm any individual, organization, or group. Viewer discretion and understanding of the fictional nature of the content are appreciated. All rights reserved. Entertainment purposes only.